Hey guys, this is Hafiz, and today I'm going to talk about a potential business that everybody looking for an opportunity for a business should be looking into. It's a very common business. It's a truck parking business, as we're in South Jersey. So in North Jersey there's a lot of demand for that. So but in South Jersey it's not that busy, but if you're close to big cities then there's always demand for the truck parking. So I'm just gonna share some information, maybe someone really looking into this business, and it's gonna help them. Alright, so as you can see, the banner we have posted there for truck parking in Berlin, New Jersey. So South Jersey, and you can have my contact there if you need a parking spot. And we just started this business barely a year ago, but it's a long process. So I'm just gonna show you around and give you some details on it. All right, so as you can see, we have a road right in the middle of the parking lot, and we divide into two sections, section A and B. And in this parking lot, the township, they made us follow some rules that no truck need to be back into the parking spot. So this is what we did, and everybody have to pull into these spots. So make sure when you going for this kind of business, make sure all the rules and regulation, read them correctly. Don't sign anything that that make you lose business in future. So make sure they let you load the trucks and park there, and make sure they let you park the way you want to park it. Otherwise they're gonna make so many restrictions and make your life miserable. So as you can see, they made us have a space between each parking spot, at least 13 feet approximate between each truck parking spot, and you can pull between those spots, and you have to make sure they are not close to each other. And the same thing you can see on this side, and you can see on the top we have a street lights on. And they're giving a lot of trouble because of the way we park, and they don't let us back into those spots, and also a tax. As you can see, we use concrete, like a crushed like a raw material that is not a brick, or like the road like in the middle and on the side is different. So we use a different kind of material to save some tax on the property. And also on the back, they made us to have some ponds on the back, so for the water and anything rain and all that, on this side of the property and on the other side of the property. And this space is hurting us because too much space is being wasted due to the fact they want us to have a pond for water draining system, so no water, no rainwater stays on the ground if it's a heavy rain and all that. So if we go back, you see we have some parking in the back too, same concept, and there's more than enough room in between those spots, so we can actually back into those spots or pull forward from those empty spaces. So now I'm going to give you some information about how much it may cost you. It depends on the value of the property, like where you at, what part of the country you are. As of South Jersey, it was like 14 acre land, and and the property owner, he sold it around under $1 million, like $960,000. So, and we set up a small office trailer for the security guard, 24 hours. And this part of the property we decided not to use because it comes on the main commercial road that we can use for the later on for some other purpose, maybe a gas station or truck stop, if or maybe a strip mall or something. So all this property is included in that land, and it cost us approximately like $450,000 just to develop that land and make it the way it looked like. And as you can see, the few cars are parked here. These are the Amazon cars, so they're also renting space from us for small delivery vans. And this is the main road that I'm talking about. So you can easily make turns from here. On this side of the property is this belongs to somebody else, so we didn't own this one. But as you can see, some boards for the U.S.A. So we added another business into it. If you have any established business, you can just call U.S.A. and ask them to drop some trucks, and you can rent them out, and you can make a good 20% of whatever the rental amount is. So that's a good return, and you're not doing anything, but you have to take care of their trucks and have some space for free to park it. As you can see, this land is still under development, so we're gonna fix this too. We may gonna add an additional parking spots, or maybe we're gonna use it for some other purpose. So make sure, if you ever decided to have a truck parking space, this is a very good business, passive income and all that. But you need to understand a few things before you jump into this kind of business, which is it's a real estate, and you're depending on rental income. So each person is paying like anywhere from $100 to $250, and that income you have to collect from them monthly basis, and you need somebody to collect it from the drivers or the companies, and it costs money and time, and you don't want to run after each single truck driver or the company to collect it. So make sure you have some kind of system like Square or direct deposit, or like credit card information. So this total cost was around $1.4 million, for the total cost of this business. But they tricked us in the beginning because we didn't know a lot about the deal. So this road in the middle is actually a part of the property, and we're paying taxes on this, but this don't belong to us, and the township actually made us this road available to everyone. Actually, this road is going back to the well, so make it available for them, and we actually paying tax on that. And I'm just going to show you the material we used. It's not a dirt lot, so the material we use is the reason why we use it is because of the tax purpose. So as you can see, it's a crushed stones, and it's like 1.5 feet deep, like 18-inch deep. It's a requirement. They made us do that, so it's properly, it's not like you're not gonna see a lot of potholes and stuff like that. And if you look on this side, we have some buses parked on the back of those trucks, which is that you can see, like they park in a lane. I'm just gonna show you that we have added some cameras, and also we were required to have a dumpster, and you can also dump tires over here. So this dumpster we're paying monthly basis, and we also have crazy things like a vending machine next to the office trailer, as you can see, it's sitting right there. And the most of, I'm gonna show you one thing. Hold on. The most craziest part I'm gonna show you is we used a portal potty, but the township want us to have a bathroom system like this. So as you can see, so the bathroom system costs us like around 12 grand. And another crazy thing they want us to do is park trucks parallel. As you can see, they're not straight, they are in angle, so they can back in properly both sides. And it's a lot of requirements, man. When you go through this, it's a big trouble. But make sure if you have some proper guidance and some proper attorney, or if you are experienced, like make sure that you, before you get approval on the whole site plan from the engineer, make sure you tell them what you want to do with that, and make sure you get approval for everything, because they also, the township is gonna ask you that you cannot have any repairs on site or any recovery. So make sure you get that approval too, that you can have a recovery over there. As you can see, the cameras, they are added on both sides of or all sides of the parking lots for the security and the street lights. So I'm going to tell you about the cost and the revenue generated from this property. So if you are financing this, roughly the estimated monthly payment that you may gonna pay is like $10,000. That's including taxes and everything and the mortgage payment. And we use it smartly, that we use the back side of the property, and we have the front side of the property available that we can use it for some other purpose. So we roughly have over 120 trucks, and if you do the math, approximately like $150 to $175 for each spot, and so that gets you approximately around $22,000 to $25,000 revenue. And then you pay $10,000 to $12,000 on the mortgage, plus also pay for the security and bills and stuff like that. You can save around like $5,000 to $10,000, and we already paying this property through this parking lot business only, and we have all that property available for some other usage. So you can see all the trouble we went through. It took us like a year just to get the approvals from the township and go through the realtor and buy the property. So, and then we have to set up the whole property according to the township requirements, and then they gave us final approval to open the property. So I hope and there's another potential in this property, or if you're planning to do that, we set up a office trailer over there. We can have a small office. We also have approval for like adding more office trailers. That's extra revenue, couple $100 for each office. Like trucking companies, they can rent those trailers, and even you can buy your own trailer, like up to like 10 grand or 5 to 10 grand, and you can set up your own office there. If you are a small trucking company, you can have a small land and you can set up everything in there properly, so you don't have to pay any more parking spots. to people. So roughly each truck driver is paying around like $150 anywhere in the northeast region, or like if it's close to the city area. So they are roughly paying approximately like $1,800 to $2,000 for each truck minimum every year. So if you have 5 trucks, so consider that, and you multiply $2,000 a year to 5 trucks is like $10,000 you're paying on the parking lot only, just for parking a truck. And you can have a repair business, you can set up some repair shop, and but like I said, you have to get the approval from the township. That's the biggest problem you're gonna have. So make sure before you set up any investment, or you plan for this, make sure you talk to the right engineer, have a lawyer and get approval before you do anything, or before you buy it. Make sure the property is registered or approved for industrial use. So make sure the property is usable for industrial use, and that's how you can use it for the parking lot also. So please subscribe the channel for future updates. We'll keep you guys updated with some financial information. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just sharing information that I learned over the road and through my experience, or dealing with different kind of troubles. So please like the video and let me know if I can help out somehow. Thank you so much. You don't want him to back in, right?